Welcome, everybody. We're talking about another tier list. Last time we ranked Spider-Man stuff. We ranked Spider-Man costumes, live-action Spider-Man costumes. Here's a clip from that. How about the human spider?
Oh, dude, the human spider's really good. He's gonna tear your 8 limbs off and beat you with all 8 of them, little man.
Pretty good.
Hope you brought your mommy with you.
Hope you brought your mommy. That was so funny, Michael.
Wow, and Marshall, you looked not your best in that one. What? No, I'm kidding. It's not true. You look so handsome.
I looked the same.
You looked beautiful. You got roasted about your hat by somebody in the comments, I think.
Really?
I think somebody brought up your hat in one of the, maybe it was in one of the shorts potentially.
Oh,
or
I didn't see
episode.
that.
I don't know.
On YouTube?
Yeah, I think they might have just said baby hat. I don't know who this was.
Yes.
Find it in a hurry?
I think it was one of our friends said. No, it was Ben Weber. Ben Weber said something about the small hat. I think that was on TikTok.
Yeah.
But
maybe it was on TikTok.
I did want to bring up, Michael, first of all, we're talking about every DCEU project today. We're going to go through and rank all of them because Peacemaker, I almost said it the funny way.
What's the funny way?
The funny way is Peacemaker.
Oh.
Peacemaker came out last week. First episode of season 2 came out last week. So you will have heard us talk about who the heck is the Peacemaker.
Who is he?
And that was last week. And this week we're ranking all these different things in this now defunct universe.
Yes.
So I do want to say,
it's defunct.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Real quick, last week we did rank every Spider-Man suit, well, 2 weeks ago, whatever. But we got one comment on that one. You'll remember that you did not particularly like the Japanese Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, that's true.
You thought it wasn't very good.
I didn't like his silly little metal
You didn't like
arm
the web shooter thingies? You didn't like that? Yes.
Oh, no.
So this is the comment that you got from from Gamma 9384.
Oh, I haven't checked our comments.
What? Japanese Spider-Man is iconic and fun. Bald guy is tweaking.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah, I agree, honestly.
I love that comment so much. I really hope this person comments again on this.
It's very good. He did subscribe. Who he or she. They did. Yeah, I could see that their profile is public, so I could see that you're here. I responded. It was me responding. It usually will be. I said I would have put the Emissary from Hell higher on the list, but Michael doesn't like fun. And then this emoji. Because we share responsibility for these lists. But if it was up to me, Japanese Spider-Man, the Emissary from Hell, would have been higher. I thought it was worth pointing out that I've actually ranked these movies before. So on Cinema Lounge, it was kind of standard practice that when we forgot that we needed to record an episode, I would, at the last second, realize, and then at like 1 or 2 a.m., record myself ranking X franchise. If you listen to it, you're basically listening to me slowly go insane over the course of like 40 minutes.
So like pretty similar to what is with you and me both. Yeah.
Would you like to hear a highlight reel that I cut together today?
Yeah, I really love that.
Okay, and I'll cut this into the episode.
Seems like that was bad. Was that bad? I think that was bad. I know what I think. I know who I think would win. I love Superman. I think Batman would win. That's not, if it is, then that's crazy and cool. Good job, Zack. I love merchandising and how it's ruined having good comic book costumes, because every single movie we have to have a new comic book costume, and it can't just be the cool one that we got at the end of the last movie that we just get to see for 5 seconds. We have to get something new and different every single movie. Makes me mad. Some characters you can pull that off. Iron Man, you can pull that off. Iron Man, it makes sense in character. It makes sense in character for Iron Man. Batman, no. Spider-Man, no. Superman, no. Aquaman, no. Wonder Woman, no. Ant-Man, maybe. Pedro Pascal is really good in it. He's so good. Everywhere. Gal Gadot is amazing. She's so good. The plot is not incredible. The logic isn't there. Things don't make sense. But it's fun. It's kind of goofy, and it's fun. What's wrong with fun, DC? The comic books are fun. What is wrong with having fun? Superman can have fun too. He's Superman. He has fun.
This would be great. Starting with Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel, you know this about me. I like a lot.
Oh,
I like Man of Steel quite a bit.
Okay.
I would be prepared to give Man of Steel. I know, and this is going to sound so stupid, like, the first one he's putting away at the top. I would give it an A or even an S.
Ooh, S is definitely a no.
And I know you feel that way, so that's why I'm like, yeah.
It's tough. I feel mixed. I'm very mixed on it. There's things about it that I like. There's other things about it that are complete nonsense. But I don't want to let the movies that came after it, especially Batman versus Superman, tarnish my opinion of the character in that movie, because he is still a pretty good Superman at times in that one.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. Man,
got all
I have
Zack
a hard
Snyder
time wanting to put it in A.
Yeah. I would put it in at least A. If it's me, I think that's an easy A, like Emma Stone.
I get it.
Thank you.
But for me, I'm thinking about like comparing it to New Superman. I would put New Superman in A. And I would definitely put this movie below that.
Really?
Yeah.
They're on par for me.
Okay.
New Superman being David Corn's wit.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
They're pretty close to, even though they're very different movies.
Very, very, very
quality
different.
wise, I consider them to be pretty similar.
I'll put it in A.
Put it at A. Here,
but on the provision,
Put it at A just in comparison to everything else.
Reasonable.
Think about that.
Yeah, and if New Superman was on this list, it would be further up on A.
Yeah,
for me. That's my thing.
I think that's completely fair. Yeah.
BVS, Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice.
BVS in 2016, I was like, this is super lame, and the Martha thing, I was on the whole like what stupid Martha moment bandwagon,
because it is kind of stupid.
But you see the rest of these movies over the next however long.
But it doesn't make it a better movie. It just makes it.
It makes it better than the rest of these. Yeah. Again, on a rewatch, I think it's overblown. I think it's a lot of really ham-fisted, like kind of cheesy stuff. Mm-hmm. But I do think it's still pretty fun. Garbage Lex Luthor. Oh my gosh, that's what I remember the most about. Just Jesse Eisenberg Lex Luthor was so lame.
Strange.
Very, very strange choice on the part of Zack Snyder. But there are a lot of parts that I do like, and so that one I'd put
it's a B.
I'd put it in B as well. Yeah.
I also don't think it's like that bad necessarily.
Yeah.
Like for these versions of these characters, it's just like the comparison has been made many times that if you were Marvel making this release order for movies, you basically made Iron Man, then Civil War, then Guardians of the Galaxy, and then Captain Marvel, and then Avengers. Yeah. And it's like, what was the thought out plan here?
There was no.
Like, what was the organization? It's just weird because it's like Zack Snyder had a plan. And as much as I don't like it that much, I think that if they had just let him be this crazy cohesive auteur who had control over everything, you would at least have something that was cohesive.
I completely agree.
But they did not. And also they cut Suicide Squad to pieces. But that was because of the reaction to Batman versus Superman. So
yes. Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's talk about Suicide Squad next.
Suicide Squad.
It's so the beginning of the falling motion. Soundtrack, great.
I don't even remember the soundtrack.
There was a lot of good, licensed music made specifically for this by known artists, and that was pretty fun. Like they had 21 Pilots on there. I think they had Rick Ross on there.
Yeah.
G-Eazy. Back when nobody's heard from G-Eazy in a few years, but at the time that was great. Stuff like that.
But it doesn't make the movie good.
I'm pointing it out as one factor.
Yeah.
Like the music at least was fun.
Yeah.
And they blew all their music budget in the first 10 minutes doing all the supervillain splash pages.
I feel conflicted about it because I know what it was supposed to be, and I've seen David Ayer talk about it. Even recently, he was on John Bernthal's podcast.
Yeah.
Talked a lot about how it just kind of fell apart for various reasons. And I just don't none of it is interesting to me. Like Deadpool came out and Guardians of the Galaxy came out.
Yeah.
And after the reaction of Batman versus Superman, Warner Brothers said, make it this other thing. Mm-hmm. And it just isn't good. And I don't know that I would have liked the Ayer cut either.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I put it in F right now.
Which
maybe, you know what? Maybe it's a D.
I give it a D because at least what it does, even the stuff it does poorly, it does loud and proud.
Yeah.
It's not a nothing movie. I don't find it to be a forgettable movie. Forgettable movies, I put in F for forgettable.
Yeah.
Personally. Movies that I feel completely ambivalent on, those are like, if I have no like desire to rewatch it, that's when I think it's like, this is just nothing, you know?
Sure.
Suicide Squad, at least, it's like, this is just loud fun, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of good performances. I think that Will Smith's performance, personally, I think is like,
he's
pretty
good.
Decent.
He's good.
Margot Robbie is great in this.
She's very good as Harley Quinn. Wasted on these movies, but very good.
Yes.
Like everyone in all of these movies.
Yeah. That's why we
generally well cast.
Yeah.
Bad movies.
Yeah. I don't know if James Gunn is thinking about keeping her, but I hope he does. That'd be great.
I feel like she's too old for it and probably wouldn't want to do it at this point.
Yeah, that's fair too. Yeah. But stuff like that. Like there are these like shining moments in this, but overall as a unit, it is pretty gunky.
It's a dud.
Yeah, it's a dud.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah. Major unfortunate, as
I've said. You know what's better than that?
A lot. Wonder Woman.
I don't know
how to do the guitar sting. Can you put it in right here? Never mind, don't put it in. You're just gonna do it vocally. That was great.
That's the cello thing.
Oh, okay.
I think this is an A. If Man of Steel is an A, then this is absolutely an A.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a better movie than Man of Steel, but I like Man of Steel better, maybe.
I agree with you up until maybe the last quarter of the movie.
Yeah.
When you get Ares with his silly mustache. And and really generic dialogue throughout, honestly. Not even just at the end, but kind of throughout.
Yeah, I put it in A.
I think A is a fine place for
Man
that
of Steel.
One. Yeah.
I think there's a lot that works for this movie. I really like Chris Pine as Steve Trevor.
Yeah.
The whole supporting cast of fun, scoundrels are all entertaining. I like Professor Lupin in this one until he turns into just a big gray angry guy.
Yeah. And I bet that if they ever gave that movie a sequel, I think it would be really just as good.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to talk about Justice League next?
Yes. Oh, man. Is Justice League an F?
Justice League... Again, I hold it similarly to Suicide Squad in that I at least remember it.
Yeah.
I remember all the screw ups, you know?
It's tough because it's not very good. And I think it's made much worse because of the fact that it's so tonally different from everything that came before it.
Yes, it is.
And had not enough build up to get to it. Mm-hmm. But as an individual separated out thing, it's kind of just like a Saturday morning cartoon, which is why I would probably put it in D, currently at least, right below Suicide Squad. I don't think it's an F. I don't think it's actually that bad. I think it's just crazy whiplash from the stuff that came before it to this.
Yeah. I'd give it even a few more points personally because there are like really engaging and interesting moments in it.
Yeah, like what?
Like the Aquaman moment at the very beginning.
What's that?
This is where Bruce Wayne shows up and is like, "Hey, I want to talk to this guy."
Yeah.
Wink, because it's him he's talking to.
Yeah.
And they have this altercation, and Aquaman goes outside, and you get Icky thumped by the White Stripes, and as he walks into the sea, and it's awesome. That's awesome. That interaction is really cool.
Scene so much better is if instead of the icky white thumps,
it was
instead of that, it was a bunch of fishwives all singing a strange song.
I feel bad for calling her strange. She sounds great, I'm sure, in her language.
I don't know.
Maybe she sounds horrible. I don't know.
I can't remember. I think that I did look up what that song was, and it's like, oh, the strange man jumps into the sea or something. It's just like saying what's happening or whatever.
Love that.
I'm probably making that up. I don't know.
But you get moments like that. You get cool moments with Batman in Gotham City, and he finds out about the parademons. You get J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon for the first time in this, I think.
Yeah, I mean, but that, like, there's a lot of things that are holdovers from Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yes.
And they're slightly different, though.
I'm treating them just as their final, like their finished products. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not kind of differentiating.
So do you think it's above Suicide Squad?
I do think it's above Suicide Squad, and I'd even be willing to give it a C.
Ooh, I feel like I can't.
Okay.
I can't go that far.
I'll give it to you.
D is, I mean, we can move these things around. We can continually move these things around.
Yeah.
I know immediately that there's at least one thing that will be in F for me. And I think you know what it is, but we'll get there.
I don't. We'll see. Yeah, we'll get there. Oh, yeah, I do think I know what it is.
Yeah, of course you do. So Aquaman. The first Aquaman.
I saw Aquaman with our buddy Connor Brand.
Okay.
When it first came out.
Yep.
And we got out of this movie.
Yep.
And I said, that was kind of fun. Like, I had a good time with that. And he agreed.
Yep.
And then he said, man, that teenage Aquaman actor is the worst actor I've ever seen. I said, yeah, absolutely. He's so bad at playing any kind of, like, that was terrible.
It was not great.
And they paid him. Who was this kid?
They did?
I mean, I'm sure he was in the movie.
They better not have.
I wish they hadn't, because it was, you can't affirm such behavior.
Yeah, it's just kind of strange. He's on the beach and he's all mad at Willem Dafoe or something.
Willem Dafoe's got his little bun.
Yeah, he's got the fake hair and everything. He's just pretending to be young.
He's telling him about his mom.
It's so strange.
There's so
many weird tonal shifts in this movie.
Yeah.
That don't make any sense. Yeah. Where like Mira hates him for the entire time, and then they get to that random place in Morocco or something,
and then
the soundtrack like cuts out, and it turns into this weird silent romantic movie, and he like gives her a flower or something, and it just is so out of nowhere, and it's like, now we're friends, and maybe lovers.
It's literally, if you watch Disney's Tangled, when Rapunzel and her mans get to the kingdom or whatever, and if you play that side by side with Aquaman and Mira in Italy or wherever they are, it is almost shot for shot exactly the same
that's
movie.
That's good. And this is weird nonsense.
Yes, absolutely.
Jason Momoa, horrifically miscast.
Really? That's big.
No, it's not, man. Nobody thinks he's a good Aquaman.
I think he's good. I think he's a good take on the character that Zack Snyder started to be,
which is just Wolverine.
Or Thor.
It's like a weird combination of Wolverine and Thor, but neither of which is Aquaman.
Like for this movie, you always hear it like, oh, it's just Thor underwater.
Yeah, and he's like, woo! He's like jumping in the water and stuff and going, woohoo!
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Do one more?
He's like, woo!
Wow.
That's what he does.
Mario.
Insert clip of Jason Momoa going, woo!
We're here.
What are you doing?
You should have a parachute.
Redheads, you gotta love them.
Yeah, Temuera Morrison is fine in this. Nicole Kidman, I forgot. I just remembered just now that Nicole Kidman is in this movie.
Speaking of wasted.
Crazy.
She's such a strange actor. She gets the weirdest roles. I don't know.
Yeah, my favorite role of hers is AMC Theater Woman.
That's the best one.
But yeah, this movie.
You got Yahya Abdul-Mateen. He does all right as that. He does what he can with that role.
Oh, yeah.
As Black Manta.
He's good. Yeah. And then just doesn't really have any purpose.
Yeah.
There's an octopus playing the drums, so I'm gonna put it in S.
Can you just type in the octopus from Aquaman in S tier, please?
Oh no, I feel like it is.
I think it's a low D, if not.
Yeah. I don't think it's quite an F.
Yeah, you're right.
Because I can still watch it and be like, yeah, like that's what I said to my dad. Yeah. How much can good effects and good fights save a thing? Because James Wan knows how to make a really engaging, really visual, choreographed fight sequence.
Yeah.
He gets that from the Fast and Furious movies, and it's really entertaining.
I forgot it was James Wan.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
He did both of them, didn't he?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah, but the movies are not good.
Speaking of movies we don't want to rewatch, how about Wonder Woman?
Welcome to Wonder Woman 1984. Pedro Pascal looking scary without any facial hair.
I was so hoping when the title was first released, I thought it was going to be like a deep state thriller like the book 1984 by George Orwell, and I was like, oh, that's why they're putting it in 1984.
Yeah, it is a weird title to pick otherwise.
Yeah. And then it was entirely unrelated.
It has to just be like, we did this for name recognition, because otherwise you would have to immediately think, oh yeah, the book.
Yeah.
We shouldn't name it that.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that they thought, oh, the book. People will watch it.
They'll watch it because they
this.
think it's named after the book.
Because the year 1984 will not be like the year 1984.
Some of their dads were alive in 1984.
That's true.
And
Wonder Woman was alive.
Wonder Woman was alive.
She was made of clay.
She's been alive for like 1,000 years.
At least.
It was so bad.
It was not great.
It was so terrible. Why did they put Kristen Wiig anywhere near a superhero movie?
I think that she could be a really good cheetah. I think that, she's a really, really good dramatic actress.
She's a great actress.
I think that it just, this movie is just not great is the problem.
Yeah.
In my DCEU review thing, I think I said something about that this one was not good, maybe because Patty Jenkins was the actual writer of it, not just the director, and maybe she's not a good writer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Like James Gunn.
Well, he wrote and directed all the Guardians movies and everything. I think he's good at that.
We'll talk about
it. You
liked
Superman more than I did. What are we talking about here?
We'll talk about it with a certain show that comes up later.
Okay.
I probably talked about it last week too.
Maybe. Oh yeah, last week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think this movie, when it came out, I was like, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a big fun superhero movie that wasn't concerned about doing anything that made any sense. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to just surrender to the fact that all this stuff is junk, then like, great, make junk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also it's junk. So I also don't know if it's an F though. I feel like it's still a D.
Really?
I really hate one of these movies.
I think this is a colossal F of a movie.
Okay, I'll put it in F.
This is a big fart of a movie. That's what the F is for in this case.
Up next, Shazam, starring Shaquille O'Neal as a genie.
There it is.
Is that the one?
This is one of my favorite Mandela effects.
It's pretty good.
Is Shazam.
I'm putting it in B. I'm going to put it in B above Batman vs. Superman.
Really? You enjoyed it that much?
Yeah, I think that the first one is a super fun movie. I think before Zachary Levi went totally crazy, that he was really fun as this character and really entertaining as this character. The supporting cast is all really good. The little brother in particular, who's a grown-up boy now, I guess. Yeah. He is very entertaining. Mm-hmm. The family dynamic works really well. Dr. Savannah has like Shazam powers for some reason, which is nonsense, but...
Not gonna lie, I had forgotten who the villain was till you just said
Mark Strong.
Yeah.
Back in the DC universe.
Poor Mark Strong. He cannot catch a break.
Not in the DC world.
He got Kingsman, and that was his only really good and memorable role.
In his whole life? What are you talking about?
In what else? I'm trying to think of other things.
Sherlock Holmes?
Oh, he was in Sherlock. See?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was good too. You're right.
Mark Strong is in tons of stuff.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Not enough good things, and this was one of his roles that was like, wow, that's
not great.
Yeah.
But I think the movie overall is really fun. I think that the suit is really cool. I think that something that the DCEU did fairly well was make good comic book costumes. The stories just were not also really good. You like how we keep coming back to these statements of, it did this very specific technical thing good. Too bad the movie sucked.
That's why I'm like, B feels really high for that, because what was the plot and the conflict? I couldn't have even told you. I'm not saying it sucked. C isn't suck. But what was the whole conflict of the movie?
If I remember,
it was just Mark Strong is bad boy, and he likes to be bad because his dad was mean to him. But Shazam is here, and he's kind of funny and silly and goofy.
Yeah.
But that's not a good enough plot.
But I think that it is that he's got these powers, and he's kind of a burnout kid, and he's going through all these families and stuff. And he's like, I'm not going to be here for long. And then he gets these powers and has to get the great responsibility and stuff like that. But then Savannah is like, wants those powers.
But
so
why?
They have to fight again because he wants power. He's a supervillain. Supervillains just want power. What's Doom's motivation? He just wants to be in charge because he's arrogant.
It doesn't have to just be that, though.
Yeah, it doesn't have to, but a lot of times it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes the most compelling characters have very shallow motivations.
Yeah. Sometimes, but not this time.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think he's
a compelling character.
Bump it down, get it down to C.
Oh, okay.
You know you're putting it up too high. But we can't talk about this movie without talking about the actor whose name that I can't
Jimon
say.
Hansu?
Thank you. Is that how it is? How'd you learn this? I've seen it written out 1,000 times, but I've never heard the man's name spoken.
I don't know.
Say it one more time.
Jimon Hansu.
I
think that's it.
He's awesome.
He's good.
He's so much fun in everything.
I
remember seeing him in this movie called Never Back Down in like 2005. Never Back Down, Never What? And he was like a UFC trainer in that.
Oh.
And he was so much fun. And then I grew up and realized that he had been in so many things apart from that.
He's kind of that
then.
guy. He's been in a lot of random stuff.
Yeah. He's in Marvel.
He's in Marvel. He's who? He says that. Who? Star-Lord. Man, come on.
Legendary Outlaw. Yeah,
Birds of Prey or The Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn.
Cheapers.
Can I have a hot take?
You want a hot take out of me, or you have one of your own?
You start.
Bad.
That's not a hot take. My hot take is that I think this movie's really fun.
No.
Yep. I think that, again, at this point of watching the DC universe, I had succumbed to the idea of if they're just going to make kind of fun nonsense, then like, let's just have fun with it. And ignoring the characterization of the Batgirl that is in this, and maybe also Black Canary.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun movie. I think that the action set pieces are super fun. Oh, also ignoring the characterization of Roman Sionis, the Black Mask.
Yeah.
I think Ewan McGregor has a incredible, entertaining, scenery chewing performance.
Oh, he has so much fun in this role.
And then he just explodes.
Yeah.
Which
why?
Was like, oh man, I love that he just explodes. It was so surprising to me. I did not expect that to happen at all. And in a weird way, that was really satisfying.
Yeah.
Of like, that is what would happen in this movie. That is what Harley Quinn would do. Like, she's not going to do some kind of like really satisfying catharsis. She's going to blow this guy up.
Yeah.
And it's very funny. I think that the action set pieces are really good. I think that the cinematography is really fun. I think that egg sandwich looks really good. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm going to tell you this. I saw this movie once right after they added it to HBO Max.
Yes. Oh, that's another issue, is that it did come out in that weird time.
Yes,
it was the weird dump it on HBO, dump it on streaming because it's COVID.
Yes.
Which I think painted people's perceptions of a lot of movies in that time.
Yeah.
Like Black Widow, I think, would have gotten more praise if it was seen in theaters rather than just on people's TVs.
Probably. But I even, I like, gave it my full attention. I gave it a genuine watch.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get the continuity for this franchise.
What?
But
continuity?
You know what I mean. As close to a continuity as they can get. And yes, I remember Ewan McGregor's performance. I remember that Harley Quinn had 2 hyenas for some reason.
Yeah, that's a thing in the animated series.
There was a child that swallows a diamond, maybe, that they're trying to, that Roman Sionis is trying to get back. I think that's
the Batgirl.
Is that the deal?
Cassie something.
Beyond that, I have
Cassandra
no
Cain.
idea. I have no idea any of what happened in this movie. It's once again, it's so forgettable to me, and I've never had any inclination to rewatch it.
Okay.
And so I'm like, I'd give it really low. I'd put it down there with Wonder Woman 84.
I'm putting it in D.
Okay.
I think
you can give it a low D. Since you like it so much, and this is for both of us, give it a D.
I would rather watch this than Suicide Squad, I think.
I would not. I'd say
I'm
the
gonna put
opposite.
it above Aquaman.
I'd rather watch Aquaman than this too.
Well, agree to disagree, Michael.
I'd watch it just for a little teenage Aquaman.
Well,
are you saying they killed her? I remember this line from him. Can you find this clip online?
Spider-Man killed your mother.
I offered you friendship, and you swam away because you're a little Aquaman.
And you swam in my face. Aquaman. We're like two sides of a coin, Aquaman.
Me and Mira, we're going to have a hell of a time.
Bum.
We're really good at this.
The Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad.
Dude, here's
this movie? Good.
Bad.
Really?
So
I know you don't like Peacemaker.
Let me preface.
But this is surprising to me.
I feel like I have a lot of qualifiers with this movie.
Okay.
And I should have said this on the last one. Birds of Prey and this were in this weird time when DC was like, let's just make everything rated R. Like they made,
I guess.
Look at the order of this. You get Birds of Prey, you get this, and you get Peacemaker all in a row.
Sure.
Which I just like. It doesn't all need to be that. it just we had a couple years here with just the same tone for every DC movie, and it's like, let's just be as gross as we can. Let's make it all gross. Everything is pee and poop and fart. And you know what I mean? It's like Peacemaker is entirely that. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
/ we have talked about it. But I think that it makes it so lame when it's just relegated to this, to this thing where everything just has to be nasty and in a gratuitous way. I'm not afraid of blood, and I'm not afraid of like crass jokes in a movie. But when that's the only thing keeping the movie afloat is like, oh, I didn't expect this person to die, but the whole team died in the first scene, and that's crazy. Spoilers. That's crazy. I'm like, that's nothing to me. That doesn't do anything for me at all as far as a movie. Once again, I think James Gunn is more of a, I know that Zack Snyder gets this reputation as like, oh, he's just like a bro, and he's just trying to make stuff cool because he's just this dude. He's just a boy.
Yeah.
I think James Gunn is actually a worse side of that in so many cases. And I think Peacemaker is like where it gets the most egregious. Interesting. Where he just like, he that's the only tone that he goes for. You watch Peacemaker and you can't go through a single episode without being like, this is lame. The humor isn't landing. It's gross just to be great. It's a gross tone. I don't feel good looking at it, So I like, this is another one. I watched The Suicide Squad once, and everybody started giving it all this like unanimous praise, and I felt like a crazy person. I still feel like a crazy person. You are a crazy person. I know. Yeah. Listen to me. Go on. But but I still think it is so just nothing.
Interesting. Yeah. I think it's worth a rewatch.
I'd rewatch it with you. Yeah. Should we rewatch that on stream and do like a commentary thing? That would be cute.
I don't know about on stream, but I'd watch it again. Yeah. I think it leaves this is the same thing that happened to me with Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, is that I thought it was fine, and then people hated it, and I was like, well, your reasons for not liking it are stupid, people. So then I find myself defending this movie that I didn't even love very much, I didn't really like very much, and that's kind of where I am with The Suicide Squad. Yeah. I think that it's a much better movie than Suicide Squad by like a large margin.
I will give it that. It is better than the old one, yeah.
Yeah, I think that the characterizations of all the people here are much more interesting. Yeah. I think the characters are much more interesting. I think the cinematography is a lot better. I do think it's written a lot better as well. I think it actually is interested in telling a story rather than just kind of like hopscotching over Marvel's Deadpool homework and just saying like, don't look, we did this but don't worry about it. Yeah. I think it has a much more unique voice, even though it is a little bit like James Gunn doing another Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit.
Yeah, but worse.
I don't know. I don't think
You think this is on par with the original Guardians of the Galaxy?
I like this better than the first one for sure. Really? I think the first Guardians of the Galaxy is the weakest of the three by a long shot. I don't really understand the love for that movie.
That part notwithstanding, because I think there's an argument for that. Yeah. But I think the first one tends to be like what people say is the purest vision out of James Gunn. Yeah. I think that lots of people would have the opposite opinion. So that's just why I'm shocked.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fun. I haven't watched it since it came out, but I enjoyed it. Yeah. Didn't think it was bad.
Sure.
I think it belongs to be in B, but if you hate it so much, I would put it in C above Shazam.
C is generous.
For you?
I would dump it even lower if it was.
But that's because you hate it so much.
Yeah, if it was just me,
and we have
I would
to average
dump it. I know. Yeah. You're right. Let's put it in C.
Okay.
I'll compromise. A C for compromise.
Peacemaker, I know you really don't like. Before you get super into it, I didn't love it. Yeah. I thought it was fine. I didn't dislike it the way that you did, but I didn't find it super compelling in a way that I was like, I can't wait for the next episode. I was mostly watching it because I was like, well, there's another episode and I like DC and I want to see what they're doing next. And maybe it'll be good. And I think that the overall idea of all of this stuff I think it's a better Secret Invasion story than Secret Invasion is.
It is that
by a huge margin. I said that a lot today. Huge margin. But But yeah, I think that the John C. I think it's more John Cena humor than it is James Gunn humor to me, where like when you're looking at the Suicide Squad, it's not nearly this as much as Peacemaker is.
Yeah. Where
Peacemaker goes all in on that. And it's partially because that's the version of the character that's been created for this. But that's also then John Cena's sense of humor and the kind of movies and humor that he does. I feel like that's more a John Cena thing than it is a James Gunn thing specifically. But obviously he also enjoys that comedy and finds it funny.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. And I think sometimes it is. And then sometimes they definitely go like a little too deep into a joke that I'm like, okay, like,
Too deep into a joke is exactly where I think it spends most of its time.
Yeah.
That's a great way of saying that.
Yeah. I think it also has the unfortunate problem of being in this weird DC universe collapsing space, which is why I'm excited for the new show, which in our timeline right now is coming out in a couple days. I'm really interested to see what that is, and it does look interesting. The trailer looks cool to me. I think that they're doing something with the multiverse that could lead into something cool, actually. I don't know. Especially since Peacemaker originally came from a different comic book universe and then was brought into the DC universe in Crisis on Infinite Earths. Maybe that is how they are bridging the gap from him being in this old universe, clearly, in that season being canon, and then making him canon in this new thing. Maybe he's literally hopping dimensions. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the vibe that I got from the marketing for season 2 so far, but I haven't been able to really tell. Thus far, but
I don't know. We'll see. I think the show is fine. I wasn't blown away by it. I would probably put it at the bottom of C for myself. You really don't like it. What would you do?
I really don't like it. You said something a few minutes ago when we were talking about the Suicide Squad about DC like copying Deadpool's homework or something like that. I think that was really. I think that is shown nowhere more than this.
Interesting.
Like if you even with the scenes with Vigilante, if you watch him, he moves like Deadpool.
Oh, Vigilante is basically a Deadpool copy, especially because like the version of Vigilante that's in this is nothing like Vigilante in the comics. Who is kind of like a billionaire kind of rich guy like Bruce Wayne, if I remember right.
Right.
Like he's kind of a suave gentleman a little bit.
But so is the Peacemaker, and we talked about this last week again. But you know, Peacemaker was never like a bumbling idiot in the old comics.
In the Charlton ones, he's definitely not.
Not even in the 80s ones.
The 80s ones, he's not a bumbling idiot, but he's definitely closer to this iteration of the character where he is like kind of a psychopath who would kill for peace and everything, like Keith. Kill for peace and everything, and his dad is a Nazi Keith. And that kind of stuff. Hey, Keith.
Hey, Keith. You know I'd kill for you, right?
I'd kill for you, Keith. Keith.
I don't like that.
Pretty good.
It's so bad.
I think the goofiness of it is not something that comes from the comics. But the rest of the characterization, I think, is more or less on par. And the more serious moments of the character that you get, to me, I think, is adapting the character well. It's when he gets into the crazy comedic side of things that it doesn't work.
Yes.
Like, especially if you look at the Suicide Squad, when he's had this secret mission this whole time to like undermine the mission, or I can't remember what his side mission is. It's been too long since I watched it.
Yeah, it's to like cover up the whole
the yes, they're not actually recovering this thing; they're destroying it or whatever.
That was an actual cool like use of his character, 100%.
Yeah, like that felt very much like the 1980s psychopath version of the character, where he's like, I have a mission and I've determined that it will be creating peace even if a ton of people die, and I'm going to do it no matter what.
And this feels like Deadpool.
A little bit.
Bad Deadpool. I think that John Cena is actually a really fun actor in a lot of cases. I think that this is not one of those cases, though.
Interesting.
He is just, like you said, the jokes so often just do not land. I can think of a few as I've watched the first couple episodes, because I have not made it to the end of this first season. I'll admit that even now. Like, but I tried rewatching it again as I read through the comics. Yeah. And even then, it's like they try and tell these jokes and they just drag everything down. It's like, when am I supposed to laugh at this? This is no part of this has been actually entertaining. Yeah. I feel like it's just, and there's some like commentary reels from James Gunn and some of the cast and producers, like, and watching back through it. Yeah. And doing commentary.
They're doing a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. And even in that, it's like it's just James Gunn going, oh yeah, I thought this would be funny for all these reasons, and this would be great, and it's like, James, it's not great. you sound like somebody's grandpa. Like, that just discovered, the I Can Has cheeseburger meme or something like that. James, what are you doing?
It definitely feels, I mean, and that's kind of how John Cena feels a lot of the time to me, is like, this is a little bit outdated.
Yes.
And it's like, I think, this is what we said on the Superman episode, is that I thought that he displayed an incredible amount of restraint in Superman, where I was a little concerned going in about the fact that he was both the director, writer, and the head of the studio.
Yes.
So I'm like, who double checks this stuff? Apparently he was sending a lot of stuff to Drew Goddard and Peter Safran, his co-CEO and everything, of course. So I mean, there were people that were checking on that stuff. I don't know if he does that for Peacemaker.
Taskmaster.
I don't know. Taskmaster.
When I was showing concern going into Superman, it's because I thought it was going to be more of this. I thought the tone issues were going to persist. I watched this, and I feel this is as close as a comparison as I can get. I feel like I'm watching Thor: Love and Thunder, and I really didn't want Superman to be Thor: Love and Thunder. That's interesting, and it wasn't. So I'm not saying, this is not me saying that James Gunn is always really bad at his job. This is I think, in my opinion, the worst example of good work out of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
With obviously the best being Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see nothing better than that.
Yeah. So Peacemaker S.
Peacemaker. Can we give it a high D?
I give it a high D.
All right.
I respect that.
High D, Marshall.
Clammy.
I have a feeling that the hierarchy of power in this tier list is going to change.
F. This movie is terrible. This movie is terrible. I hate this movie. I want that kid to die. I want that kid to die.
Oh, the kid is so... Somebody clip Marshall saying that, please.
I've said it on multiple episodes of this podcast. I think that kid is the worst kid in any movie I have ever seen in my entire life. He's so annoying. It's unbelievable how annoying and useless and just a waste of life this kid is.
The kid does suck. I will not disagree with that.
I want him gone. I want him gone.
Jeepers.
Take him away. Put him away.
Why are you making such strong eye contact with me right now?
I want him gone, Michael. Take the kid away. This movie's not good. It has the funny thing where his head is close to the screen, and that's really funny. Dr. Fate has a really cool costume, and
Dr.
Pierce
Fate's
Brosnan
great.
is pretty well cast as Kent Nelson.
Yes, he is.
The rest of it sucks. Everything else sucks. Hawkman is kind of whatever. It's not Hawkman, though. It's just a guy who looks like he's got a Hawk costume on.
Yeah. He's kind of cool.
Hawkman is a weirdo who's all deep in mythology, and he's all about like, oh man, I'm gonna get reincarnated or whatever. Yeah. And does he talk about that in this movie?
I love when he says I'm gonna get reincarnated or whatever.
I mean, that's what he does though.
You're like Kendrick Lamar. That's
right. I don't know what you're talking about, but that's what Hawkman is all about. He's always being a weirdo, and he's like, hey man, like we're destined to fall in love because we're like god creatures or something from the past, and we're gonna get reincarnated, and we'll always find each other, Hawk girl, but not you, Isabella Merced, because that's a different Hawk girl.
She did great.
She did, yeah. I don't know that much about that version of Hawk Girl, so I could not really speak to whether that was a good adaptation of Kendra.
She and this guy played their Hawk characters.
Yeah, they did fine.
Pretty much the same.
Too bad the movie sucks. Dwayne Johnson just wiggled his way into the DC offices and said, I'm in charge now, and everything was worse off for it.
Yeah.
And there's an interview that James Gunn did where he was talking about this time a little bit and the way that it was with Josh Horowitz on Happy, Sad, Confused. He was talking about Henry Cavill and how that unfortunate situation played out.
Yeah.
Did this HDMI just come out?
Oh, no.
It's okay. And he really tiptoed around saying Dwayne Johnson strong-armed his way in the offices and tried to take control and ruin and like use his ego to be in charge of everything.
Yeah.
And it's just so on display here. Yeah. And all the marketing of like, and even so much synergy with the comics. Like it was, Black Adam suddenly was in the Justice League in the comics, and there was a Black Adam focused arc. Yeah. And there was all this stuff about how he's one of the most powerful characters in the DC universe. And he's like, he's so cool, and he's one of the most historic characters in the DC universe, and he's as strong as Superman, and he fights Superman. And it's like, what are you talking about?
Well, when did this happen?
Yeah.
You can't just say things.
It's like, he's been my favorite character since I was a kid.
Yeah.
It's like, was he? I didn't see that on Young Rock. Well, when was that happening?
To be completely fair, I remember when they first started casting for Black Adam in like 2007.
Literally forever ago.
The amount of work, you can't overlook the amount of work they put in to getting him to from casting him in 2007 and getting the actual final movie finally released.
Yeah, it just is unfortunate that in that amount of time, Dwayne's ego rose to unseen heights, and that it became like a complete glory project instead of just like something that was actually interesting or good. It just, I don't know.
I've seen this twice. I saw it in theaters, and I saw it when it was on HBO Max.
Oh.
I enjoy it a little bit.
You're wrong.
I enjoy it just a smidge.
I'm putting it in F,
Not
Michael.
the child. Not any of the normal humans, really. But I enjoy Dwayne Johnson playing this character. I enjoy just how like kind of ruthless and violent he is.
Yeah.
That's where, see, this is where, like, I was talking about gratuitous, like, violence earlier.
Yeah.
This isn't like rated R gross, gory violence necessarily, but he's like mean. It's mean violence.
Yeah.
But I think it's done really well because that's his character, and he takes himself really seriously, and it's this whole thing. I think he played the part really well. I think that the tie-in with Shazam is done really tastefully and like subtly, because they get their powers from Shazam the Wizard, right? Is the whole idea.
Yes, but also like they kind of don't. Like that's the weird thing, is that they create this new movie, a new universe basically, that they're trying to start everything. Yeah. And instead of trying to build up a Black Adam versus Shazam, Captain Marvel movie, they're like, what if he fights a different guy?
Yeah, I know.
Just because Dwayne wants to be the strongest one.
Yeah, I know. And if the timing had been way different, they would have eventually gotten to it. I feel confident they would have gotten to a Shazam and Black Adam movie, and it would have been so fun.
Yeah, but then he would have had to count how many times he gets hit. He'd have to get hit less times than Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
Zachary Levi would have to be shorter than him. His car would have to be slower.
He wants his big black supercar.
He would have to have a supercar from the movie, from Tango and Cash, whatever that's called, Hobbs and Shaw.
If he has a broken arm, he's got to flex out of the cast.
I'm so strong in my arm.
I'm all healed. I don't know why we went to Brooklyn.
I just don't like him. I don't like it. I don't want the kid gone, and I want Dwayne out of here.
I'm trying to think if it deserves an F or not. An F or a low D.
Listen.
We've put a lot of these in D tier.
I think it is the worst out of all of these movies.
Worse than Wonder Woman 84?
Yes.
No way.
I had fun with Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, man. I had fun with this.
I watched weird stuff happen in that movie.
Why'd you say that? What?
Weird things happen in that movie, and I watched it, and it was fine.
Pedro Pascal turns into a rock.
Remember how she wished on a stone to bring back her boyfriend from the dead, and instead of just like writing that he came back from the dead, they wrote that he like came back from the dead in a different man's body, and only she could see that it was him, and everybody else saw the regular man apparently.
Yes.
And then they like made love.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's so problematic.
That could easily just have gone away if they just wrote that he came back to life, because there was no reason for him not to just come back to life.
And this is Greta Gerwig. I'm like, how is Greta Gerwig so
Greta Gerwig?
Isn't that who you said it was? No,
nope.
Patty Jenkins.
Jenkins.
I'm sorry. Patty Jenkins. I'm like, how is she so tone deaf to this?
Super weird.
It's really weird. And then Pedro Pascal finds somehow the most workaround way to wish that he was the Rock, the Magic Rock, not the Rock. The Rock.
Oh yeah.
I would just simply wish I was the Rock, specifically in Black Adam, so that I could tweet, "Oh, what a bummer that the Queen missed out on the release of Black Adam."
Not real. Checked it. Not real.
I know, but I wish it was. It's such a good meme.
But think about this, Michael. One of these movies is Black Adam, right? And the other one is Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah.
And Wonder Woman 84 has an emotional confrontation at the end where Steve Trevor in another man's body says, just let me go. And then she's like, darn it, I can't do it. And then he just runs away. Yeah. And that's great.
But that's
what movies are.
This has that moment when Black Adam busts out of that Argus holding facility or whatever, and he gets his abilities back, and he breaks out, and he's like Shazam, but he's underwater, and then
and then Amanda Waller's like, I'm gonna call my friend.
I'm always
and then
so
Superman
mad.
is
I'm Amanda Waller.
I'm now here. And then
he was quickly not there.
And
like
then he's not.
Within a few months, they were like, "Yeah, no, we fooled you all. We faked you."
I'm leaving it.
Fine, you can leave it.
Shazam, Fury of
Dude,
Helen Mirren.
This is garbage. This is talk about a nothing movie. Yeah, put it down there.
I feel like it's I don't know.
It's maybe above Wonder Woman 84. It's maybe above that. Because again, Zach Levi was still having a grand old time. The family thing, they like made the Shazam family all characters.
Yeah.
To varying degrees of success.
Yeah.
Like the little girl, Shazam.
Yeah.
I don't remember all their names. There's so many of them.
The little girl Shazam.
She's great.
Pink or something, I think.
Maybe.
I can't remember.
She's super fun.
Yeah. Some monster throw some guys out of an office.
Yeah. Was Jack Quaid in this, or maybe just somebody that looks exactly like Jack Quaid?
Quaid?
You know who Jack Quaid is?
In this movie?
Was he one of them?
Jack Quaid?
Jack Quaid? Was he the fast one? I don't know. They all have varying abilities except for our Shazam. It's bad. It's bad and it's boring.
It's just
and
not
dull.
Very good. I don't really have anything to say about it.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Freddie
What is there to say?
Kisses the little girl.
Yeah, and
Helen
she's
Mirren
like,
is
I'm
there.
ancient, actually. So this is weird.
Yeah,
I'm ancient and you're a child.
1,000 years old.
Yeah.
I don't think so, Snow White.
You know what I do have to say about it?
What?
I remember in the marketing thinking, because there's one part, there's a lot of parts in the there's a lot of parts. There's specifically a part in the trailer when I think he throws a bus at the big dragon. Shazam throws a bus at the big dragon, and then says, "I just threw a bus at a dragon. I love my life." And I was like, that's the worst script writing I've ever
I just threw myself in front of a bus. I ended my life.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That's a good dig.
Thank you.
People need to learn to show not tell again. We have forgotten that, and it's usually the right way to go. So it's writing like that makes me want to stop watching movies sometimes. So for that line, F tier.
Speaking of show not tell, because all it does is show you aura moments and not tell you anything, and it makes no sense. The Flash.
Oh.
I had fun with it.
No, you didn't.
I had fun with it.
No, tell me you didn't.
I had fun with it. I like Michael Keaton. I really liked Michael Keaton jumping out of a cupboard and beating up this stupid idiot man.
No, you mean Michael Keaton's stunt double.
I hate
stunt double
Ezra
looks
Miller.
Nothing like Michael Keaton.
It doesn't have to. He had a big scary beard. He jumped out of a cupboard and he beat up Ezra Miller. That's what I need in life.
Nobody believed it was 65-year-old Michael Keaton.
I don't need it to be Michael Keaton. I just need somebody with a big beard to beat up Ezra Miller.
I need them to make me think that it's Michael Keaton is what I need.
I don't think so. I think that Michael Keaton is good as the Batman.
Yeah,
I enjoy him as the Batman. Yeah. I think that Sasha Calle is fine as this version of a Supergirl.
Yeah.
Whatever. Kind of just a nothing character, unfortunately. I think that she really got cheated more than anybody on all of this thing.
Yeah, I hate Ezra Miller.
Her and Henry Cavill just kind of got screwed. They're like, here's the role of a lifetime. And also, like, sorry, you're fired, actually.
Also, bye. And you're fired from both this and The Witcher at the same time.
Yeah, she's not in that.
He was, though.
That's true. Oh, he quit that.
Yeah, he quit that to do this, and then they fired him. It gets me so mad.
He also quit it because he loves the book so much, and he knew that the show sucked.
Yeah.
And they were like, he was being annoying behind the scenes because he kept bringing up how the show this didn't match the book. And I was like, yeah.
It's like, that's what all the fans
you should be doing
want
that,
from
producer.
Yeah, for real. What about the ending? I know you like the ending with all the weird
I like the implication.
CGI old actors.
Oh, that's I thought you were talking about George Clooney.
I'm sorry.
That's interesting.
That part is interesting, the George Clooney part.
I like the idea that he just completely screwed up everything and went back, and now he's in the Schumacher-verse, apparently.
Yeah.
George Clooney also screwed over by a bad script. Could have been the greatest Batman of all time.
Yep.
I can type in these and change them.
Tight.
Zack Snyder's Justice League. This movie's good.
This movie is...
Go ahead.
This is one that I would give S tier to, personally. And I know you're like, oh, you were just one of the release of Snyder Cut guys. I promise I was not. And I know there was a toxic side of that fan base. I think there was a small subset of that was like wanted it for good reasons. When this came out during COVID, I couldn't have cared less. I was like, we're doing these like re-release things, and it just feels like a cash grab. And it feels like something to just pander to like the COVID situation. Not pander. That feels like that minimizes it. You know what I'm saying?
To the COVID.
You know what I mean? It's like we're just doing whatever. But then I watched it, and I was like, I like how long this is.
Yeah.
I like how complete this is. It's like one singular vision, and it all follows that throughout the entire 4.5 hour runtime, something like that. 4 hours, yeah. I just enjoy, like, I go back and watch it now. I'm like, I enjoy every single scene of this, whether it's the visuals or the script, that even if it's not, the most shining script writing you've ever heard, it's sensible. You know what I mean? It keeps the same tone. Yeah. And which you can say for Zack Snyder in a lot of cases. He understands tone, and he does it well, as well as visuals. I don't love... You're looking at me like, oh, you just love Zack Snyder. I don't. No, you are.
I don't think you just love... I'm surprised how much praise you're giving Zack Snyder.
I am too, a little bit. I just think this movie's really, really well done at the end of it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the black and white one. But
there's only a black and white one, isn't there?
No, they did it in color.
They did do it in color. Yeah. In my head, it was only black and white for some reason.
Oh, God. Have you seen the black and white one then?
I don't know.
Have you seen the color one?
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of feels like it's always in black and white because it's Zack Snyder's color palette, and it's always a little bit muted.
It's also more than 50% slow motion. Did you know that?
Is it more than 50% officially?
Nah, it's not quite more than, but it is a lot. It's significantly a lot of slow motion.
Yeah, but we've talked in the past how Zack Snyder he makes like, you could print out any of his slow motion shots and put it up on a wall, and it would look like
he makes pretty pictures. He doesn't really make good stories.
Yeah.
And I feel like somebody else usually has written the movie when he makes a movie that has a good story to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I could put it in S, and I can't quite place why. Like, it has to be stellar to go in S tier.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I don't know that I would put any of the MCU movies in S tier. I don't know. It has to be really good. Batman to me is maybe an S. List
like it's just self-contained, though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but like I still have the criteria of what I think makes an S level movie.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm just saying this is the top and this is the worst, then I'm going to do this a little bit differently. But if we're saying that it's literally like S is perfect, I don't think that this is a perfect movie. I think that it's I think out of all these movies, it's easily the best one. Because they did just fully give Snyder complete control and tell him, do your thing, I guess, whatever. Here's $1 billion, finish all the visual effects.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that are kind of nonsense in it as well. Like Ma Kent having a very emotional conversation with Lois, and then Lois walks out of the apartment and also was not Lois and was Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
And or no,
Ma Kent was Martian Manhunter, I think.
Right. Ma Kent was Martian Manhunter, but also Martian Manhunter was that general the entire time.
Yeah.
Was that the plan? If it was, it makes no sense.
I've heard that was supposed to be the plan from the start.
Which is crazy.
From when he shows up in Man of Steel.
Doesn't make any sense. Why? It's not John Jones, for one.
Right.
Or John Jones, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Green Lantern was going to be in this, and then they didn't quite have the budget ultimately after spending $1 gazillion to finish the visual effects.
Yeah, you get a little bit of Green Lantern for not one of the human ones, but one of the other ones.
In the flashback thing.
And he looks great.
Or it's like
it's an alien. I don't know.
It's the one that kind of has like a bird face.
Yes, it's that one. Yeah. The Jeffrey Rush one. Yeah.
Is that Jeffrey Rush in
the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern?
I've not seen that movie.
The bird face, fish face guy was voiced by Jeffrey Rush, so that's what made me think of.
Yeah. Well, Michael,
do you remember when Cyborg's exploring his powers and he goes and he sees the bear and the bull fighting as part of his like power over money? I was like, this is so silly, but why am I so enthralled
because Zack Snyder makes compelling images.
Yes,
he makes very compelling imagery. I would love to live in a world where he is not a director or a writer, and rather is a cinematographer
or a comic book artist. You know,
if
what
he
I
could
mean?
draw. I don't know if he can draw.
Even if he did the storyboarding for a comic book, I think that would be extremely fun.
Yeah,
extremely. Sorry, my voice
extremely fun.
I think so.
Michael, this is the DCEU. This is where we've left it. I feel like this is a pretty solid ranking, honestly.
I think so too. How's this compared to? Are there any like really big differences as we wrap between this?
So
and
we
your
can
old
real
one?
quick look at the way that I ranked them in my thing.
Yeah.
I had at 11 Suicide Squad, at 10 Justice League, at 9 Aquaman, 8 Batman vs Superman, 7 Birds of Prey, 6 Wonder Woman 84, 5 Shazam, 4 Man of Steel, 3 Wonder Woman, 2 The Suicide Squad, and 1 Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Nice.
Which is me at 2 a.m. going through them chronologically and deciding which one I would rather watch, and then that's where it gets placed.
Because you put Wonder Woman 84 really high.
I did.
Compared
I
to
did,
this.
which is, again, 2 a.m. and very tired, want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It is what it is.
I love it.
This has been this thing. Check out the next thing. Here's the pictures I drew. 1, 2, 3. Boom,
Wow,
boom, boom. Michael wrote a book. Boom.
You like poetry? You like pictures? Go read my book.
You like pictures?
Pictures only?
You like
read Marshall's...
no pictures? You
look
like
at
no
Marshall's
poetry?
Pictures.
Go home.
Or listen... Or you can stay here with us because we like you.
Yeah,
we
Michael,
like
say what you
you
say.
Say what I say?
You say keep reading comics. What? Keep reading. Say keep reading comics.
And then what?
And then I say good luck, and then it's over.
No.
What?
No. I say something else.
No, you don't. What do you mean?
We love you. Keep reading comics.
Good luck.